The sky was a deep, dark indigo, almost black. Far below, the earth curved away, a brilliant blue and white marble suspended in the void. Inside the cramped cockpit of SR-71A, serial number 61-7972, Major B.C. Thomas and his reconnaissance systems officer, Major J. Reed, were not admiring the view. They were on a mission. It was 1982. The Cold War was a simmering pot, always seconds from boiling over. Their flight path took them over the Mediterranean, a region bristling with tension and advanced weaponry. Every sensor, every light, every crackle in their helmets was a potential harbinger of doom. They were flying a razor's edge, geographically and politically, where a single miscalculation could ignite a global conflict. Their aircraft, the magnificent SR-71 Blackbird, was a marvel of engineering, but it was also a target. On this day, they were deep inside what the crews called the box, a high-threat area where enemy air defenses were known to be on high alert. The mission was simple in its objective, but terrifying in its execution. Gather vital intelligence and get out. The Blackbird was designed for this. It flew higher and faster than any other air-breathing jet. But technology is a relentless arms race. On the ground, unseen operators watched their radar screens, their fingers hovering over buttons that could unleash fiery death. The pilots knew this. The silence in the cockpit was heavy, punctuated only by the hum of the life support systems and the steady beat of their own hearts. Suddenly, the calm was shattered. A series of sharp electronic tones blared through their headsets, the unmistakable sound of a surface-to-air missile system locking onto them. It was a sound every SR-71 crew trained for, but prayed they would never hear on a real mission. The threat was real. It was immediate. Somewhere below, a battery of Soviet-made SA-5 Gammon missiles was preparing to fire. These were not primitive rockets. They were sophisticated weapons designed to reach extreme altitudes. For Thomas and Reed, the mission had just transitioned from tense to critical. The ultimate test of their machine and their mettle had begun. They were not just flying. They were running for their lives at 3 times the speed of sound. The warning lights on the defensive systems panel lit up like a hellish Christmas tree. Reed's hands moved with practiced efficiency across his console, his eyes scanning the readouts, interpreting the nature of the threat. His voice came over the intercom, calm but firm, confirming the lock-on. There was no panic, only a focused intensity. The training took over. In the front seat, Thomas's gloved hands rested on the control stick. His mind was already calculating, anticipating. The escape was not about a dramatic banking turn or a sudden dive. In the world of the SR-71, the answer to almost every threat was simple, yet breathtakingly difficult: more speed. He nudged the throttles forward, feeding the beast's insatiable appetite for fuel and air. The SR-71 Blackbird was not merely an airplane, it was a statement. Born from the brilliant and secretive mind of Clarence Kelly Johnson and his Skunk Works team at Lockheed, it was designed for a single, audacious purpose: to fly so high and so fast that no adversary could touch it. Its development in the 1960s was a monumental leap in aeronautical science, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. The entire aircraft was a symphony of exotic solutions to unprecedented problems. Its very skin was made of titanium, a metal that could withstand the blistering 500-degree Fahrenheit temperatures generated by air friction at Mach-3. Normal aluminum would have melted into slag at such speeds. The Blackbird's shape was as alien as its materials. It was a long, sleek dart, with sharp Chinese running along the fuselage to provide lift and enhance its stealth characteristics long before the term was common. Its 2 massive Pratt & Whitney J58 engines were a hybrid marvel. Part turbojet, part ramjet. Diagram showing the cross-section of the Pratt & Whitney J58 engine, highlighting its turbojet and ramjet components.